What's going on, everyone? This is Lior with Compass out of Boston. And in this video, we're going to be talking about the cost of living in Malden, Everett, and Medford from a multi-family perspective. So let's get at it. What's going on, everyone? My name's Lior and I'm with Compass out of Boston. And in this video, we're going to be talking about the cost of living in Malden, Everett, and Medford from a multifamily perspective. Now, before I get into it, two quick things. As always, number one, if you guys haven't already subscribed to my channel, smash that subscribe button. I put out tons of new videos every single week talking all of what it's like living in different parts around the greater Boston area, tips on buying, selling, investing, and so on. So if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, smash that button. And number two, if you guys are thinking about doing anything with real estate anywhere around the greater Boston area, whether it's buying, selling, investing, whatever, I get so many calls from you guys watching my videos, and I absolutely love it. So if you're thinking about doing anything, hit me up on email, text, phone, Instagram, whatever, and I will help you out. So let's get into today's content, and I'm going to be talking about the cost of living from a multifamily perspective in the towns of Malden, Everett, and Medford. And the way I'm going to do it at first, we're going to break down the pricing difference from, I'm going to use 2017 to today. And then we're going to talk about why that's happening and why that's been happening and my prediction for the future. So let's start by breaking down the average price growth from 2017 to this last year for multifamilies in these three different towns. So let's start with number one, Everett. And I'm looking at, and I've got the data pulled up right in front of me. And in Everett, in 2017, the average price of a multifamily was $590,000. Now, this last year, the average price was $715,000. So within a span of a couple of years, that market has completely blown up. That's an average, that's a price increase of almost 20% within a span of 2 to 3 years. So that is absolutely a huge price increase for Everett. For Malden, we've got 2017 average price point was just about $610,000, whereas this last year we were at $710,000, which is about a 16% increase. So a little bit less than Everett, but still very, very significant. That's a huge increase for a number of years. And finally, let's go to number three, which is Medford. Medford in 2017 was $780,000 average price point for a multifamily, whereas this last year it was at $865,000, which is about an 11% increase, less than both of the other two towns, but still quite significant. So you may be thinking, well, crap, like these last couple of years, the markets have blown up. Why though, right? Like why have they been going up so much? And there's a number of factors, right? Obviously, all of greater Boston has been on a huge upward swing the last 2 to 3 years. These towns and cities in particular have seen specific projects that have really helped them. So Everett, you're probably familiar with the new the Encore Casino that was built a number of years ago. That obviously brought a ton of excitement and a lot of money into the city. Everett's also been very aggressive the last 1 to 2 years about allowing bigger and much bigger commercial and residential projects to come in. So we're starting to see a lot of those developments as well, which has all contributed to the huge price increase that we saw. Same with Malden. If you look at Malden Center, right by the T-stop, there's some mega projects going on. There's huge luxury apartments, projects that have been going on that are actually just finishing up construction as of this video. But we're seeing a ton of development, especially in Malden Center. There's a lot of really cool commercial space there. There's been a lot more restaurants, some breweries opening up in both Malden and Everett, right? That's another big factor. When you have good commercial space, you have good restaurants and breweries, that attracts a lot of people to move into your city. And then, of course, Medford's always been desirable. Medford's always been a great city. They are some, of course, bigger projects. There's been a ton of, condo conversion projects, which again has attracted more and more people that are priced out of areas like Cambridge, like Somerville, and so on. So tons of new development, right, from the residential side with condos and luxury condos and luxury apartments coming in. Tons of new commercial coming in. Restaurants, breweries, shopping, all that has contributed to people coming into these areas, which has of course helped increase the price. Now, here's the question you may have is you may be thinking, well, that's great that that's happened in the last 2 to 3 years, but if I want to invest now, is there still any runway left in these markets? And again, no one really knows the answer. If we did, we'd all be billionaires, right? But my personal philosophy is I think there's still quite a bit of run room left on those markets. Like I said, Everett, for example, has been very, very aggressive about allowing bigger residential projects coming in. So there's actually a number of really huge projects either starting to be going under construction now or already under construction. So I think you're going to see more migration coming into that city, especially from like younger professionals or other professionals that may be priced out of other areas in Boston. Malden, once the whole Malden Center project is going to be complete, I think, again, you're going to see a lot of people moving in there. It's super convenient. It's right on the Orange Line. So for people that work downtown or work somewhere on the T, it could be a really, really great spot. And Medford, it's just going to continue to be Medford. It's going to be, it's going to be a really good, solid, more affordable location than a lot of the cities around it. Again, like Cambridge and Somerville. So I think over the next 2 to 5 years, you're going to see more and more growth. There's just so much happening in these areas. A lot of people are starting to realize, hey, why would I want to pay whatever, $2,500, $3,000, in Cambridge, Somerville, Boston, whatever it is, when I can get better deals not that much further away in Malden, Everett, and Medford. So again, obviously never speculate, but I do think with all the signs that are going on, with all the construction, I do think we're going to see those areas be quite different in the next 3 to 5 and even 10 years. So hopefully that makes sense, guys. If you have any questions about any of the cities, any of the projects I mentioned, shoot them below. And like I said, guys, I get so many phone calls from you guys who watch my videos, and I absolutely love it. So if you are thinking about doing anything with real estate, hit me up, and I will take care of you.